Okay, so you've probably seen some robot vacuums floating around on the internet for a few years now, but has it ever crossed your mind and you thought to yourself, can these actually make my life better? Like, what do they even do? Are they even worth the money? And should you finally buy one? My name is Hussain and this is the Dreamebot L20 Ultra, and it's arguably 2023's most feature-rich robot vacuum for a good reason. You won't believe everything this robot can do. It can basically vacuum and mop your entire house, carpet and hardwood included. Then it's gonna go back to its docking station, dock itself up, empty the dustbin automatically, fill itself up with clean water, add just the right amount of soapy cleaning solution to it, and then also wash and dry the mop heads. Absolutely incredible.
No, don't do it. Don't.
You don't even need to get married anymore.
Again? Why? Why? Why don't you
you know I'm joking, right?
Dinner for you.
You know I'm joking.
No.
So I've owned a robot vacuum for several years now, and this thing solves some pretty key issues that are kind of plagued the industry for a while. Issue number one, robot vacuums are pretty small, so the question comes, are these even powerful enough to vacuum the dirt and debris on our floors and carpets? Now, in order to test this, I made the ultimate mixture of testing. You need 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of oatmeal, and 1 tablespoon of Rice Krispies, and 3 tablespoons of coffee. This will result in the perfect combination of weight, flakiness, and powder content. And the biggest bonus is, tastes great too. Okay, now that we have our mixture, we're gonna go ahead and actually test this in different areas. So first we're gonna try hardwood, and let's see how well the robot picks it up. Yo, what the heck? Clean that up, bro. There we go. Let's go, it cleaned it up and it mopped the area too. Next we're gonna try low pile carpet, which is basically carpet that doesn't have too tall of the hairs or whatever you call it on there. So I'm gonna just drop some over here. Yo, not bad, it's cleaning it up. Oh, look at that, it's all gone. I will say, pretty impressive for such a small robot. Now, Dreame says that this robot has 7,000 PA of suction power. These guys call it the Vormax suction system. Kind of sounds like a Pokemon, but not bad at all. This thing does a great job. In terms of mopping action, this thing has a dual scrub mop system that has both rotary as well as pressurized scrubbing. I also like that this thing has a solution compartment that is built into the base station, which my previous robot vacuums didn't have. And so when the robot refills itself with water, it's also going to take the right amount of solution as well, allowing you to have nice smelling and looking floors when you come home. Okay, issue number two. So now most houses will have a combination of carpets and flooring. And the problem with these vacuums is that if you set it to mop the entire floor, they'll go ahead and they'll do that. But on the way back, if you needed to also vacuum the floor or travel over carpets, then you need to go and manually remove the mops. And that can get pretty annoying because then you kind of have to choose which day you want to mop and which day you want to vacuum, because you technically can't do like both of them overnight. So this robot has like a 2-part solution in order to tackle this. So firstly, it can raise the mops 10.5 millimeters up in the air so that if you have like a low pile carpet or anything like that, then it can still travel over it and it shouldn't really get it wet. But if you have higher pile carpet, then this won't work. So for that, it'll go back to its base station, it will dock itself at the base station, and it will automatically remove the mops on its own before proceeding to vacuum the carpet. Now that is a game changer in my opinion, because that just solves that whole mopping vacuuming issue. Now issue number 3, speaking of mopping, there's another issue that robot vacuums tend to have. They avoid obstacles and walls. Now you're probably thinking, Tausif, that's a good thing. Yes, but what happens because of that is cleaning and mopping corners and edges can become an issue. Like what a lot of robot vacuums do is they'll just avoid the entire sideboard or the side of the sideboard. So you're left with like an area where it doesn't really get vacuumed or mopped. And basically what this robot can now do is it can extend the mops from its body, allowing it to clean about 2 millimeters from the baseboard. And when they mention 2 millimeters in the book, I mean, they're getting pretty accurate. So I knew I had to test it. So we're actually gonna test this. I'm bringing out the tape measure. So you can see that the actual mop head is like right up against the wall. I mean, looks good to me. Now, in order for this to do an effective job, not only do you need to have the right hardware, but the software component is equally, if not even more important. You want something that you don't have to really think about. If you're paying for this to keep your house clean for you, then you basically want to just set it and forget it. You don't want to keep going back and doing things with it. Now, in order to help this robot actually get around, it utilizes a combination of AI smart navigation as well as 3D structured light obstacle avoidance system. Basically allows the robot to build like this 3D map of your entire house, and once you have a working floor model mapped out, basically, you can use the app to do a lot more, such as customizing behavior for certain rooms or no-go zones or even schedules. The robot is also compatible with voice assistant as well as Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant. So whichever one you fancy, then it's got you covered. And another cool feature about this thing is that you can actually take full manual control and use this as like a remote surveillance device. Just don't do anything creepy, okay? I'm not responsible for this part of the video. Theoretically, let's say you're even away from home, like on vacation with your family, you can basically like log into the camera for this robot vacuum and drive it around your house and check up on things if you wanted to. Pretty cool. You can even use it as a baby monitor, although I don't recommend that. Speak through the vacuum, take photos, record clips. I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna leave the mic.
Yo. What's up?
Okay, now if you've ever cleaned your home, you know that cleaning just doesn't end at cleaning. You have to also clean the equipment that you were cleaning with. And honestly, if I had to do all of that stuff with the robot vacuum as well, then that would probably be a deal breaker for me. Luckily, this thing handles everything on its own. So once it's done vacuuming, it'll go back to the base station and it will blow air into the dust box that's located within this robot, and it will suck out all the debris from a separate intake. And it kind of just stores it in this dust bag that lives in your base station, and you can easily just trash it out when it's full. In terms of mopping, it'll actually wash and dry the mop heads by blowing hot air like hot air into it and to basically dry it up. And then it'll drain out the dirty water into the separate compartment and refill the vacuum with clean water, so it's pretty much fully self-sufficient. Until you have to kind of refill these top pails over here, but that's a small price to pay. Then of course it'll go ahead and charge the 6400 milliamp battery, which is also industry leading. All in all, having used robot vacuums before, this thing has been pretty great for me. It's answered a lot of the issues that I've had with previous ones. It's definitely on the premium end, coming in at about $1,500 USD. However, I think it's got the tech to match the price tag given the context of the industry. I mean, these are pretty expensive devices. It answers a lot of the issues that people have had with robot vacuums for years now, with its extending mop tech and auto mop removal, and it helps that all the regular stuff has been improved as well, like the suction power and the battery life. If you're in the market for a premium robot vacuum, then you might want to check this guy out. I'll have it linked in the description down below, and hope you guys found this video beneficial. If you like this video, then you might like these videos that I have linked over here. Make sure you guys go check it out, and I'll see you guys there.
What's that?
Yo, the robot vacuum wet my pants, okay? I promise it was the robot vacuum.